guys, it's Melissa, and this week I am not doing a poetry reading, and I am posting on the complete wrong day, but in order to do this video, I needed time to think, and this week, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a book look, which I got the idea from one of my favorite YouTubers and person in general, Orion Carlota. And she's literally like the love of my life. Love her to pieces. Wish I could meet her. And she does a thing called Book Corner where she talks about books she's reading currently. So I'm going to be doing a thing where I'm calling it Book Look. Similar idea. Well, same idea, just different name, the original. And I'm going to be reviewing books that I've read recently. And I'm going to recommend them to you. So let's get into it. And the first book that I read recently was A Work in Progress by Connor Franta. Very pretty. I have the paperback version, and although it came out a year ago, it sat in my room for almost a year and didn't touch it, and all of a sudden, I don't know, I picked it up and I was like, I want to read it. And to tell you the truth, I read it in less than 2 days, maybe 2 days tops. It's a very easy read. The words are, some of the pages are just like written out things. A lot of them have pictures on it. They're very, very basic and give you a great description on who he was in his younger days and where he was going and what he was doing. And not only does it tell you about his life, but it makes you feel very empowered. It gives you a lot of insight on your own life and what you should be doing and where you're going and how to live, basically. It asks a lot of life questions and makes you really think about what you want to do as a person. It made me very happy, and I suggest if you have not read it, you should definitely go pick it up. I mean, I'm going to try to find one real quickly that's not from the thing. So, like this page right here, it's just one page long, and it's about vintage. It's called Vintage, and it's about different things being vintage and what he does with it. And there's other things about him being scared or being whatever it was in life. Great book. Please read it. Second book that I recently have read is called Every Last Word by Tamara Ireland Stone. Right? It looks pretty cool. The cover intrigued me a lot because it's 3 different types of pieces of paper with different words written on it. And basically, not to spoil too much, it's about a girl who's in high school and she's trying to find herself, loses touch with her friends that she thought were her friends when she was younger. And basically, it's about finding herself. In the end, there's a really weird sci-fi twist to pull you in. You're not going to see it coming, but it's a great read. It's a little long, but I really finished it in no time at all. If you're into it, you're gonna read it like real quickly. It also deals a lot with different mental illnesses, like anxiety, depression, stuff like that. So it's also another connection. And this is kind of completely off topic, but there is times when you hear a song, you're like, oh my god, I'm reading something. It relates completely. There was a song that I started listening to when I was reading the book, and I just started listening to it just because my friend recommended the song, and it turned out it completely related, or I felt to me, it completely related to the book. So if you choose to read this book, or if you want to look up the song, it's by Beartooth. It's called The In-Between, and it is amazingly weird how it connects with this book, and it's just a great time. So if you read the book, maybe listen to it, maybe just listen to it, maybe just read the book, whatever you want to do, but please check it out. It made me want to, it connected to my soul. That's all I have to say. The third book that I have read recently is called The Summer of No Regrets by Catherine Grace Bond. It's more of a teen romance novel. It's a little bit different than the other two, even though Every Last Word does have some teen romance in it. This one completely focuses on a teen romance story, although the characters are placed in really weird situations and really weird settings. It's not your typical, boy meets girl, boy falls in love, happily ever after. It's very intense, very spiritual, tribal, living off the land kind of pop star at the same time thing. I would recommend finding it and reading it. It's also a really easy read. The chapters are rather big font. They're not tiny. It looks big and intimidating, but I guarantee you it's not. You're gonna fly through 5 chapters in 10 minutes. It's the quickest read ever. Not much to say about this one other than I cried several times while reading it, so you might as well too. Please check it out. The fourth book that I haven't finished yet. I'm only about halfway through. I'm currently reading. It's by Lauren Conrad from The Hills. It's called L.A. Candy. it's basically, as someone said, it describes what The Hills is without it being The Hills, which was a TV show back in the 90s. It's a book about two girls moving to LA, and they wind up becoming famous and getting their own reality TV show. So far, what I've read, it's really good. It's a little less teen romance, more like reality, like teen reality show, but in a book. So it's very interesting. I would recommend it. It's good so far, and definitely check it out. The last book that I'm reading, but it's kind of going to take me a whole year to read it. It's called 365 Days of Wonder, Mr. Brown's Book of Precepts by R.J. Palacio. And basically, every day of the year, you open it to the page. It starts on January 1st, and you read a different quote or a saying of some sort. I'll open up to one of the pages I've already read. For example, January 14th was, "He who knows others is clever, but he who knows himself is enlightened." Or, let's see, the one from more recently from February 23rd was, "Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard." And that was by a student. It has like kids' handwriting. It's very cute. It keeps me very uplifted and like spirited. I read it every morning when I get up and go to school. So it's a great way to start my day with a very inspiring quote of some sort to get me through the hectic high school life that I live. Those are the 5 books that I have read or am currently reading, and I really hope that you think some of them are cool and you're going to go check them out. I'm rambling on, and this is a really long video, and if you stayed until this far, you are the true MVP. I want to thank Orion for giving me this idea, even though she probably won't see this video, and I invite you all to come back next week to check out what I have in store for you then. Oh, and side note, I did happen to read some of my poetry live, so I might just throw a quick clip at the end of this for anyone's personal enjoyment to see me basically ready to poop my pants on stage reading to people. So thank you all for watching, and got it, goodbye.
But in turn it only got worse. As your words became softer, his became so much more terse. In the end of it all, you finally walked away.